Hello, welcome and welcome back to this channel. My name is Nekesa. If you're new here, please don't leave without subscribing. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for getting us to over 6,000 subscribers. So today I'm going to answer another subscriber of mine who was asking how to be fluent in signing or generally in sign language. So I've written some few statements down here. I'm going to read them out and then explain where it's possible. The very first thing you need to do is to learn about the deaf culture. You can find a whole video talking about the deaf culture in this channel. I will leave a link to the video in the description. Then, the other thing you need to do is to love the language. By loving the language is, you have to treat the language just like any other language that you know, just like English, just like Swahili, and your local language, or rather your native language. It is a language just like any other. So when you respect it and when you love it, then it is way easier for you to be fluent or know more about the language. Another thing you need to do for you to be fluent in sign language, you need to learn the very basic thing in sign language, which is the letters of the alphabet. I will also leave a link in the description for you. So, knowing the letters of the alphabet is one thing, and practicing them over and over again is another. So what you need to do is to make sure that you are able to sign the letters of the alphabet slowly, to make sure that you know all the signs well, and then as fast as you can to make sure that you will be able to sign the letters, or rather fingerspell the letters without any problem. Then, after knowing how to fingerspell the letters and also being fast as you can, not really like very fast, but make sure that you keep progressing. Again, you need to know that this one will not take a day or two or a week. It may take a week for others a month. So take your time and learn this language, because it is a language that will be in your life forever. Then, next, after knowing and being able to sign the letters, you need to be able to sign just random words. See a word somewhere, try to fingerspell it. See a three-lettered word, try to fingerspell it. See a 10-lettered word, try to fingerspell it. For me, I used to like walk around town or just anywhere I'm walking, and I would fingerspell every word that I see. So when I continue working, the very first word that I will see, I will try and fingerspell it however fast I can. Not like, but I do it in a very natural way, in the sense that someone who is walking around me will not feel like this person is not okay or something is going on. I would fingerspell with my hands relaxed down, and then I would do this over and over again to make sure that I continue practicing the fingerspelling and also fingerspelling words. After knowing how to fingerspell letters of the alphabet and also learning and keeping the practice of fingerspelling simple and even complex words, you now need to know how to sign the simple signs. Goodbye, good morning, how are you, my name is, what is your name, thank you, the very simple ones. You start with the simple ones and then progress from there. Again, when you know the sign, make sure that you use it, because you can know the sign today and because you're not using it, you forget. For me, I used to use the signs even if I'm speaking with people who are able to hear me. So when I tell someone thank you, I add the sign. When I'm telling someone bye, of course bye is a natural sign, that's easy. But when I'm talking about any other thing and I remember the sign, what I do is I sign it. When I'm talking, I sign. When I'm talking, I sign. That helped me so much in being fluent and being flexible in the language. We are always afraid of using sign language. So sometimes the best thing you can do is just to find a very good mirror that can show you like half the body going up, then what you're supposed to do now is to sign. So when you're signing, you just look at yourself and see how the signing is going. If you cannot find a good mirror that you can use your phone. Just put the selfie mirror, the selfie camera, then you put it at a place that you can see yourself. Then you start signing. You can even take a video of yourself and then use it for reference next time, because at this point you'll be learning. Seeing yourself sign, you know the sign, but sometimes your mind will not like remind you really the sign. You might sign a bit different, and then for another person who is deaf, they wouldn't understand, or they would understand it in a different way. So the best thing you can do is find a mirror, put your phone on the selfie camera mode, and then record yourself. See yourself signing. This will really help in your confidence. Another thing you can do is to search simple KSL exams online. Right now there are so many channels, YouTube channels, that are teaching sign language, and so many that have exams on them. So what you need to do is find the simple exams for finger spelling, others for signing, and try and work on them and see where your ability is, so that you can continue learning. And do this when you're sure you want to learn, because sometimes you go to an exam and directly go to the comment section to see what the other people have answered. But when you're doing this for you, you answer, then you can go to the comment section and see if you can get someone who has answered the same as you, or might be different, so that you remember, because some signs we know them and there are very little variations with the signs that we sign in sign language. You can also set your own questions in sign language and tackle them. An example is you can write random words that you know on a piece of paper or a book. Then after that, you can try and fingerspell as fast as you can without missing a letter. Or you can think of any sentences that you have in your mind. Anything you look in your environment and say this chair is big, then you have to write it down. Then after writing several sentences, you have to go through them and sign them. The signs that you don't remember, one, you can fingerspell, or find a way of knowing the sign and sign it. Another thing you can do is to find a deaf person or a deaf audience. Find yourself a deaf person or audience, and then try and sign to them, try and communicate to them. They are very friendly and they are very understanding, and they feel the goodness of you trying to know their language. They will really appreciate, and they will even teach you more. So when you're signing to another person, you expect them to answer, or you expect them to communicate back to you. So there is this part where you are expressing yourself, and there is this part where you need to receive. So this part of receiving is what most of us don't do, because all we do is learn sign language. Learning sign language is getting the information to me. But now I know how to sign. What if someone else signs? Will I be able to understand what this other person is signing or not? So you need to find a deaf audience or person, try to speak to them, try to sign to them, and let them also sign back and try to understand what they are saying. Other times you don't need someone who is deaf. You might need just someone who knows a little bit or a lot of sign language, and try to sign to each other without speaking, so that you are able to gauge yourself and see where you are. Sign language is a very interesting language, and all you need to do is put your mind in it and love the language, and it will be as easy as you cannot even explain. I have loved sign language since before I even joined high school, and it's been an experience for me. I still love it, and all the time I get to learn a new thing in the language. See you in my next video. Bye.